Get strong.
Let go of fear you're holding. The fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know I'm in for.
Some call this the honeymoon capital of the world. I call it a triangle in the middle of Pennsylvania. It is the tricky triangle. Pocono Raceway, that is the site of tonight's race number 3 for the TI Racing Truck Series. Welcome in to Pocono Raceway for this 40-lap, 100-mile dash, basically, in race number 3 of this series. I am the captain, Chris Scala, as we welcome you in. Appreciate everybody joining us on this Monday evening. Going to be a fun race, and well, hopefully we will see as wild of the racing we have seen here in the last couple of weeks, as we've had some shocking finishes, some surprise winners, and just some fantastic racing when it is all over with. And looking forward to that coming up here again this evening. 40 laps, 30% fuel, 2 sets of tires, and you see on the track 75 degrees ambient, 112 down on the track, partly cloudy skies here in the city of Long Pond, Pennsylvania, the home of Pocono Raceway. So qualifying just beginning here. They got 10 minutes of that coming up, so got some things we are going to talk about, and one of the things we're going to show is the point standings thanks to Discord and Chris Lewis's hard work. After race number 2, it is Tim Burrell leading the points over McKinnon with by 1 point. Langston and Wells both only 2 points behind. Dylan Parker, there's 7, or make that 9 behind, and you got Whitaker, Godso, Turner, Leo, and Lewis, your top 10 right now in the points, all separated by 17, and as you know, 25 down to 0 is how the points are scored in this series. So kind of like IndyCar, but with a stock car type of twist to the point standing. So that is how we look going into this evening's race when it is all said and done. So going into this race, after Tim Burrell's first career win, which followed Colby Wells' first career win, we enter tonight asking the question, who could be the third first-time winner tonight? We've had a lot of great drivers make appearances here this evening and throughout the season, and I think tonight we could easily see a third first-time winner, or could we see a familiar winner like Nick Leo go to victory lane? It's entirely possible tonight, or Tim Burrell could go back-to-back. How about Colby Wells? Actually, Colby I don't see in the field, so I guess he won't go for 2 tonight. But there are some drivers going for a second or third or even fourth win in this series. So qualifying going on right now, as I mentioned. Pole sitter as of this lap is Dylan Parker, and him and Jacob Locklear are the only two to complete laps. And let me see if I can get our guest. I'm guessing this is him down here in this Better Yourself 94. I'm guessing this is going to be our guest tonight. Landon, is this you, sir? All right, so let me make sure I turn your mic on. I wanted to ask you off the air real quickly as they hear my voice and not yours. So give me 1 quick second. We're going to turn the old microphone of you on. Or I'm not going to call you a phony at the mic. More me, maybe. But it's a old Three Stooges joke there in case you ever watched the Stooges back in the day. But Landon joins us. Durhold, I believe, is the last name, correct?
You got it.
How did I know? Yeah, Landon, so you're here tonight representing Sutter Esports. Talk a little bit about the team here. We're wanting to get you out there on the airwaves and stuff, as you guys have had a decent start to the season so far.
Well, I got big shoes to fill. They won the championship last year, and I'm not doing too hot right now, so it's only up from here.
Well, that's not a bad way of looking at it. And, of course, you go to a very easy four-corner track here. Oh, it's Pocono, 3 corners, and not so easy. So how do you go upwards?
Well, stay out of trouble. Every time I've made a call here, it's been the opposite. So if I start in the back, I get caught up in something. If I start in the front, I get caught up in something. So I'm just going to play it by ear and do the opposite of what I have been doing.
Well, the one great George Costanza once came out with a Seinfeld episode that said, not and I quote, but I was going to say, if anytime you think of something, do the exact opposite. So what is your mind thinking right now to do?
Just finish. I hadn't finished any races in like the last 4 races. So if I can just finish, it'll be a step up from what I've been doing, and I promised Bethany that I would better myself. So that's what this is all about.
See, that's where I was trying to help you a little bit here. As I thought about this as you said that answer. I'm like, no. What you want to say is you're expecting not to finish tonight, because now by saying you expect to finish, the opposite's been happening.
Well, see, now I'm expecting to crash on lap 1.
Right. So there you go.
Meatball lap 1.
Chris Lewis dumps you, yada, 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 right? All that happens here. Nice. But, no, man, well, let's talk about Pocono here. 30% fuel. How's the truck feeling out there?
It's tight. You got to ease it down in the corner, or at least I think you do. And it's got to set before you can get back in the gas. But once it sets, you're pretty much set for the rest of the corner. But you got to watch that wall, especially 1 and 2. It'll bite you real fast.
Yeah, especially you got to be very patient in the throttle there, especially turn 3 also, because especially you get down those rumble strips, that wall will just all of a sudden suck up right to you. And, of course, the tunnel turn speaks for itself, and so on and so forth. So looking forward to the race tonight, of course, representing Sutter Esports. Any shout-outs you want to give?
All right, y'all can quit qualifying.
I definitely got a shout-out to Chris Lewis, the worst team owner in the business. He's the man.
Finally, somebody's honest.
And my main man, Ryan Whitaker, he's going to win tonight.
I like it. Now, is he back in the we got to get him back in the old Cocoa Pebbles truck. Is this being worked on?
He is back in the
Yes!
Pebbles truck.
See, don't you love when the worst owner in all of racing just pops up in people's channels?
Hey, he does it all.
Nice, very good. Well, hey, we wish you nothing but the best, Landon. Anything we said off the air, we'll keep to ourselves, and we wish you the best tonight.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Durhold there. Sutter Esports, easily better than any of the TI racing teams in any league they run. So make sure you check them out. Sutter Esports, great team there. Nice job, Bethany. Anyways, getting ready to do some racing here in a couple of minutes. Qualifying is going to end. And as you tell, we have a great time when we do broadcast here. It's my goal to make sure these drivers can easily just come here and have a conversation with me. If they're not able to, then I'm not doing my job. And, obviously Landon's had some issues with the whole George Costanza theory, which if you have not seen that episode of Seinfeld, basically George comes up with ideas, and everything he comes up with, the opposite seems to happen. So in that theory, sometimes I have to live by this. Whatever you come up with, do the opposite. Works out almost every single time. All right, so qualifying just about over. Dylan Parker still on the pole. We got Jeff Langston in second, Brandon Alf in third, Gavin Sanders, Nick Leo, Ryan Whitaker, Julian Altina up to the 7th position. As looks like everybody but about 3 trucks so far have qualified. Landon's out on track right now. And I might have messed him up and not even letting him get a qualifying lap in here. Oops. But anyway, should be a fun race here getting set up here in about 30 seconds or so before the end of qualifying. Want to give a mention to Track Cam for Gourmets. A surprise for these league members here. I've been surprising people throughout the week with this announcement. And this is the first time I've had a chance to announce it over in the TI Racing League. That the new camera sets that we have brought to you by Track Cam for Gourmet. Of course, they've been working on cameras since 2012 on cars and tracks, from ovals to road to dirt to virtual reality camera sets to even fan experiences. You can experience all their work that they do. I say their. One person does the whole entire thing by going to trackcams22.com for all the details. So from now into the future, you are going to see TrackCams22 and TrackCam 4 Gourmet be the camera sets you see on Captain TV starting. It actually started on Friday of last week, and here we are tonight going to debut the Pocono set that was put together by this gentleman, and whose name I can never get right, so I just call him a gentleman until I can learn how to say his name right, because I am not about butchering people's names on the air, because that's just not professional. It's Van, I believe, is his name, so we're going to go with that. And hopefully I think I'm getting it right. So, but needless to say, we're going to go green here for 40 laps of racing. The trucks are gridding, and we will take a look at the starting lineup as you see them right there on pit road for this 40-lap, 100-lap dash, basically, when it's all over with. Dylan Parker, 55.272 seconds. He'll be on the pole alongside Carolina's Landon Durhold. Jeff Langston and Brandon Alphin will start in row number 2. Row 3, Gavin Sanders, and there's the champ Nick Leo starting in the 6th position. Ryan Whitaker in the return of the Cocoa Pebbles truck, which I just, hang on one second. I'm going to get that for you because I just realized I forgot to fix something. Give me a second. I ran an IndyCar race last night, so I have to change the paints. There we go. Dan Marrera going to start. By the way, Julian Alton there in the 31 starting 8th. Dan Marrera and Jason McCoon going to start 10th. Jeremy McKinnon, Brett Rolls in the 11th and 12th position. Row number 7, there's Gary Godso and Tim Abrell, the winner last week from The Rock. Patrick Thompson, Matthew Telder, row 15 and 16. Row 17, Jacob Locklear and Dalton Wilson. Row 19, Kyle DeMeg and Jeffrey Spells something. And Eric Tupper, Anthony Kay, and there's Chris Lewis starting dead last in the field of these 23 trucks. That'll get the green flag here in just a moment. They haven't quite rolled off yet, and they will here shortly. As I realize I hadn't even got train paints open. So let me get the paints fixed. You'll see everything kind of change over here in a second. Watch this. This is better TP, the app I use. Bam, there's the Cocoa Pebbles truck all of a sudden. All these paints just update automatically for me, and we're good to go for tonight's race. Hope everybody enjoyed their Monday. I spent my Monday at the doctor's office for my daughter and went to work afterwards and just got home just a little bit ago. That's why it kind of seems maybe I rushed a little bit to get on the air. It's because I kind of did, to be honest with you. But we're still going to make this work out very well as the trucks are on the track. How do you join the league, Jay? I assume you're asking? So as the trucks come up through the tunnel turn here, turn number 2, as I mentioned, Pocono famous for having not 1, not 2, but 3 corners. There is no turn 4 here. Turn 1 shaped like Trenton, New Jersey, the old Trenton Speedway. You've heard Gary Godso mention on the air here that he wished Trenton was on iRacing. And then you have turn 2 up there at the top, the tunnel turn, shaped like Indianapolis. And in turn 3 here, the old Milwaukee Mile, 6 degrees of banking, and that leads them back to the they say the longest front stretch in all of racing, but I think Indianapolis might give this track a run for its money. All right, pace truck going to hang a dead left, and you'll get a quick start here at Pocono. Dylan Parker, Landon Durhold, leading them to the green flag here at the Tricky Triangle. Three wide already back there. And Julian Alton up there in Hershey trying to make a pass. You see Landon Durhold already under attack here. It's falling back to 4th. There's Ryan Whitaker, the Cocoa Pebbles truck. Easily my favorite paint scheme in this league. Down into turn 3 and 4, and easily it's going to be Dylan Parker leading the Interstate Batteries number 1 of Jeff Langston to the line and leading lap 1. Again, 40 laps of racing, 30% fuel, so let's do the math. You can go about 30 on a regular tank of fuel. 30 and a half would be 15, that's 50%. 25% of 15 is 7.5. So roughly, I would say about 8 to 9 laps on a tank of fuel, at most. Down the Long Pond straightaway they go. Everybody kind of spreading out here a little bit with these tight trucks. You see Nick Leo there in that number 69 Jewel truck. We ride with him. All about patience, using the throttle and rolling back to it down these straightaways. Because you could easily get your truck worn out on that right front and all of a sudden slide up the track. Leo leaning up against that 94. No contact, though. Everything's good.
Jeffrey.
Everybody working the draft pretty well. Should mention Eric Tupper, looks like did not start the race, so I think he must be a league admin tonight. Up here for second, Gavin Sanders. And that VOR number 10, or VOR, or Velocity Online Racing, to the inside of the one of Langston. Going to bring Fred Flintstone there behind him in the 3. On board with Whitaker here down this Long Pond straightaway. And the reason why this is called the Long Pond straightaway is because technically the town limits to Long Pond is right outside the fence. At least that's what the story says. Down into the tunnel turn here is a bump right at the bottom right there-ish. They actually missed it. Watching a battle here between Matt Telder and that 2, the Moneymaker Motorsports truck, and Dale's Pools, Chris Lewis, and that 11111, the boss man there, trying to make a pass on Telder as Lewis is up 10 spots already, 23rd to 13th. Now, as I mentioned, pit stops should happen here very, very shortly. They only have 2 sets of tires in the pits, but 30% fuel. Appreciate all the viewers watching so far, up to 15 tonight. Hopefully you guys had a great Monday, and as you see Mars FPS talking here in the stream, feel free to chat it up a little bit. I don't mind talking to the drivers if you have questions. I know Jay says, mention how do you join. All you have to do is check out TI Racing on the iRacing page. You can sign up that way. They also have a Discord page and so much more. You can reach out to Chris Lewis. But it's a fun league to be a part of. Good bunch of guys. They have an IndyCar series on Tuesday nights that you'll see tomorrow night here on Captain TV. Let's go back here. Gary Godso, unfortunately, falling back a little bit as the 12 of Jeremy McKinnon makes the pass. Godso being patient in that F-150 there. Gary driving the Grublets on ice, number 50. As all of a sudden, there's been issues for Dylan Parker. He's starting to fall back. Jeff Langston has taken the lead. Gavin Sanders the second, and Parker's got a parachute or something on his truck. Leo goes by. Whitaker goes by. Altena goes by. Oh, look at that. He pancaked the right side. That's why. Let's go back and see what happens to Parker. How do you like your flapjacks? And it looks like it happened maybe in the tunnel turn, so let's back it up a little bit more. As you see, the right side's got damage. Or maybe I'm wrong. I thought he got the wall, but looks right here maybe. Something must happen to Parker on the last side. Oh, truck, caution. Never mind, not caution. I'm sorry. Pit stops are happening. Not to scare anyone. As Julian Altena leads his first stock car lap. As pit stops for the leaders here at lap number 9. Might have to fire my producer for the false alarm on the cautions. But, no, it looked like something had happened to the leader, but I can't find it, if so. I thought he might have gotten the wall. It looked like his right side was damaged, but either way, we move on. And real quickly, it looks like most people taking fuel only on this stop. You'll easily not have to worry about going a lap down at this track, because you see Sanders and all them coming on into turn 1. Here come the leaders into turn 3. Oh, one truck coming in hot. That's so Landon Durhold there as Julian leads him to pit road alongside Ryan Whitaker, who lost a spot to Altena. Oh, and trouble's on the track. Matthew Telder has gone around over in turn 1. Telder just come off pit road. Everybody has either pitted or is on pit road right now. This is going to play an interesting role as Gavin Sanders, these guys try to catch the leaders. And Brett Rolls might have just stole the lead of this race. And if this goes right, I think Dylan Parker might be second. Caution number 1 here at lap number 10. Let's go back as everything shapes up and see what happened to the 2. A lot of things going on at 1 second there. Telder comes off pit road here. Neil Moneymaker Motorsports truck. And did he hit the bump? There's a bump over there in 1. I wonder if he hit, but he spins. Just a lazy little spin down to the bottom. And that truck right there triggers the caution. As Telder tried to get off track to keep the caution, but a caution does come out for the first time. Let's go, let's ride with Telder again here because on board with him. He's in third gear the whole entire corner there, which actually does cause the truck to get loose. because he's in a higher rev and spinning the tires. So tough situation there for the 2 truck. But caution out, no damage. But it's going to mix up the field just a little bit here in this race. So after pit stops are all shaping up here, Gavin Sanders looks like will be the leader of this race. And a lot of trucks have come back to pit road, probably to top off fuel or even to get tires. Oh, you come to the right spot, Mr. Mars. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to teach you racing, my friend. What brought you on to watching iRacing? Just friends with the what is it, the 28, I think you said, Mr. Thompson there? I love seeing people who don't watch racing much and stuff like that come on here, because I feel like I can maybe try to teach or let you leave with an experience that makes you want to go onto your TV or watch your TV or get on YouTube and watch some racing from back in the day. I mean, some of the old NASCAR racing or IndyCar, whatever floats your boat, I guess, as they say. If it's drag racing or hell, even figure skating, I guess that's, or whatever that Apollo Anton Ono does. What do they call that? Inline, I think. Found it through Twitch. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we used to be on Twitch. We actually moved over to YouTube per request of some of the admins that we broadcast with and stuff, and look what it's turned into in 9 months. Go-kart racing. They actually kind of have something like that on here. They have a spec Ford racer, which is, I mean, I don't even know what kind of car it really is, but it's close to a go-kart. I mean, it looks kind of like one. So right there you see the 8 truck getting the lucky dog going back on the lead lap, Tim Abrell, who was caught a lap down with the whole caution coming out and stuff here. I believe we should have, actually there are some trucks apparently a lap down because of this whole thing. Yeah, trust me, you're better streaming if you want to save money, or streaming, watching this. Taylor getting the wave around, it looks like. Looks like all the trucks that are a lap down or coming back to the lead lap here, maybe. Landon Durhold's going by. Yeah, that's what's happening here. So a lot of trucks going back on the lead lap as Jacob Locklear brings the 84 to pit road. Yeah, I can easily say I've been on 8 years, and I have spent probably above $2,000 total on iRacing. That's from buying tracks, buying cars, a $275 wheel 5 years ago. But either way, I do appreciate you guys watching. And again, if you have any questions, as you see, I like chatting with people, with the viewers. You guys make this fun for me. You guys and, of course, the drivers make this fun to have a good old time and stuff like that. So appreciate everybody joining us. So explain to me, what is FPS games? I know FPS is frames per second normally, but what type of game would that be? Unless that's a whole nother acronym that I don't know. So it looks like we're still getting another lap here before we go back to the green flag. As I mentioned here, you got to see the first 13 laps here, or 10 laps, I should say, of green. And you got to see a little bit of the new camera sets that we have, and that is all brought to you by TrackCam Ford Gourmets. They've been, I'm listening as this is going on, but thanks to TrackCam Ford Gourmets. Of course, they've been working on iRacing since 2012, working on car cameras and also track cameras for the last 9 years, offering oval, road, and dirt cameras, not to mention VR and fan experiences and more. You could check out trackcams22.com for all the details, all the information right there in the info now. I updated it there to make sure it was there for you on the YouTube page there in the race info. So make sure you check that out again. Trackcams22.com or even Facebook.com/trackcams. As pace truck lights are off, we will go back racing next time by first-person shooter. That's a good one. I've never seen it as that acronym. Do you know why I call a game first-person shooter? Because normally I'm the first-person shot. True story. When it played Halo, I was always the last person drafted because I was the first person killed. Either that or I found a really good sniper spot and they could never find me. Which then, because of that, thinking about that, I would always finish last because I didn't kill many people until they got in my area. Anyways, going to come to the green with 25 laps to go. We still will see at least 2 stops in this race to get to the finish. As Gavin Sanders leads, Nick Leo. Matthew Telder is third, believe it or not. After spinning, Matthew Telder's third. How does that work? How do you spin and gain spots? That's interesting on his end. Chris Lewis, fifth, behind Telder and Dumig. Wilson, Langston, Altena, Thompson, Whitaker, your top 10. And look at this. You see only 3 trucks on the outside lane because of the wave rounds and stuff. Here we go. Pace car pulls off. We are back to racing. And for all of you fans who had a rough Monday night, turn your speakers up. We're going to go for racers only. This is my old school. Captain TV wide open. How did I do that? Oh, 5 wide. Sorry, I had to cut that off. They were 5 wide in turn 1. All right, carry on. Trouble back straightaway. Over into turn 3, Alfin and Anthony K have spun, but no caution as they get their trucks back up and going. So unfortunately, it was a shortly lived wide open. I said for Racers Only TV as Nick Leo goes to the lead. That was my old channel, believe it or not, before Captain TV. You can tell I've had a long day today. But Captain TV took over for Racers Only, and here we are. And of course, a segment I used to do called Wide Open all the time, and that was a little preview of it, I guess, right there. So Gavin Sanders trying to get the lead from Nick Leo as Matthew Telder runs there in the 3rd position now after bringing out the caution. There's Chris Lewis from 23rd to 5th. The 21 of Mccoon to the inside of Matthew Telder. This is for fourth. As you see, Ryan Whitaker, the Cocoa Pebbles truck to the inside, made the pass. And now Telder starting to fall back just a little bit. Leo leading by 3, almost 4/10 of a second over Gavin Sanders. Ryan Whitaker, Telder, Mccoon, Lewis, and Altada. Brian Perkins watching on the stream. Appreciate you. On board with Gavin Sanders. The battle on for fourth is Mccoon in the 21. Trying to get the run on the 2. Back here, Patrick Thompson, who was on his way to stealing a win last week at the Rock, but instead stole airtime, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean like on the TV. He stole airtime. NASA was tracking his wreck last week. Tim Abrell back here, who just got a lap back, passing Jeff Langston for 9th. And here we go, more pit stops. Nick Leo coming to pit road. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. 10 laps? I don't know if you can go 10 laps on a tank of fuel. So Telder into the pits. He pits here. Gavin Sanders, Nick Leo, the champ, all on pit road here. Facts. Looks like Telder with no tires there, 9.3 for him. Tires going on these other 2 cars, or trucks. Well, basically, in a nutshell, and I'll try to give you the best version without talking to you like you're a dummy or something, because you're not. But basically, what pitting is you go, iRacing has a setup to where you have settings of tires and all these different things. I didn't see Nick miss his box, but maybe I just didn't catch it. And you're able to set those settings to either go 4 tires, no tires, or 2 tires. Some people use what they call the pit crew or crew chief app. I use the app, but I don't use it for the pit stops. To use voice activation to set, hey, do you want to take right side tires only or that kind of thing? As Landon Durhold takes position away from Langston. Here comes Parker and McKinnon. Some of the fresh tires starting to work their way through. And one truck sliding on the pit road there. Is that Lewis? Lewis locking her down. So what you have to do, obviously, is you come into pit road, and there's a yellow cone right there. I don't know if you can see it on the screen on top of the white wall. That yellow cone is the start of pit road. So you have to get down to a certain speed, depending on the track, to get to that speed. And if you don't, you'll get a penalty on iRacing. And if it's on entry, it's a 40-second. If it's on exit, you actually have to come back around and serve a pit stop penalty. But you have to stay at pit road, and then obviously you got to enter your pit box, which you can't see them here. But there are actually pit crews when you're driving the car or truck. And you have all types of little cheats you can do, from having somebody tell you where your pit stall is and all the different stuff, and you got to enter your stall. Obviously, all the work gets done, and then you get out of the pits as quick as you can without speeding. So in a nutshell, I guess, I could sit there and explain it to you for years, but that's the basics of it. And there's so much more to it. So Dylan Parker has now gone to the lead as he has gone by Landon Durhold. And some reason to jump to the scenic view. Apologies for that. And you see Durhold back here trying to make a move on Tim Abrell as Abrell looks to the inside himself now. Down to the tunnel turn right here, turn 2. And easily to hold off. Well, you get your pit stall depending on how you start in the race. On iRacing, basically where you qualified, that's how your pits line up. So if this race were to start in every... slowing up here. We got pit stops here for the 121, it looks like. 94's coming in, also the 8. And the reason why you're seeing it all jumbled up right now is because people are pitting at different times, and from that caution, it mixed everybody up through the field. So we don't have the guy who started first running first. We got... so it gets all jumbled up and stuff. So... like, for instance, Landon Durhold started second. He'll have him to the number 2 pit stall. Dylan has the first. That's why you see Durhold kind of on the inside here. This is the first 2 pit stalls right here. Bam. First, second starter. And you look back here, you got the 17 on pit road of Brett Rolls. He started 12th. He has the 12th pit stall. The 26, Dan Marrera, started 10th. He's got the 10th pit stall. So there you go. Pit stops all getting completed here. So hopefully that helps. And again, I don't mind teaching because it's something I enjoy doing and doing as part of the broadcast, because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want me just sitting there like, oh, here's the 3 car following the 21 the whole entire time. Oh, 3 still following the 21. Yep, 3 still following. No, I want to be able to talk with the viewers, enjoy the racing, call it, and just be an interacting broadcast, because I'm a one-man show. You don't see me, but I'm sitting here in my chair looking at my monitors, announcing a simulated race game. It's a simulation, but you know what I mean. Landon Durhold with some issues. He's just leaving pit road here, a 47-second pit stop. So, what does that mean? He likely got speeding coming into the pits, so he had to sit 40 extra seconds on pit road as a penalty. Because of that, now sits in the 17th position for Landon Durhold. I'm sure he's not going to be happy about that. But right now, the leader, Jason Mccoon, who pitted at lap number 23. So right now, most of this field going to, right? He actually is. These guys should be able to make it on one stop. As for Gavin Sanders, I'm a little worried about him and Nick Leo. They're going to have to save fuel a little bit to go 10 laps. Now, out of all the tracks, this might be the one where you can actually save fuel a pretty good amount, because a lot of turn, a lot of corners. So, I mean, you could go down this straightaway here and save fuel, which I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go on board with Gavin if he's shutting the engine off. You can't actually do this. Well, he's driving it traditionally down to the corner, down the apex of turn 1 here. Let it float up to the wall. Check out this battle, 6th, 7th, and 8th right here as these guys draft. The 12 of McKinnon, Julian Altina, Patrick Thompson, 6th, 7th, 8th. As Thompson looking to the inside of Altina. And Julian's going to go by the 12, actually. So nice move by Julian to make a pass on McKinnon. It's going to drag Thompson along with him. I see Julian a little bit of right side damage. Did he maybe clip the wall a little bit? Yes. Yeah, when you pit, basically where you come out is where you come out. Under caution, obviously, is the easiest way to gain spots on pit road because you're clumped together. Where under a green flag, there's a whole bunch of strategies from how long you run your tires, because newer tires are faster, to oh gosh, what do you want to do strategy-wise? And all that, there's so many different factors. But yeah, where you come out, that's where you're going from there. And that's why racing's such a team sport. As you see, Thompson going to make the pass for the 6th position, so move him up. And up here you see Chris Lewis going by the lap truck now and Matthew Telder. So Telder some 57 seconds back and a lap down now, probably because he did not take a set of tires. And some of these guys might have. I'm not sure exactly what has happened to Telder. Usually, yes. But at Pocono, it's like the one track where if you're within about 10 to 15 seconds of the leader, you could stay on the lead lap. Like Jason Mccoon, if he were to pit anytime, he'll stay on the lead lap. Whitaker, same. I think all the way down to Jeff Langston, Dylan Parker right now, you would stay on the lead lap. If, like Tim Abrell right now is 15 seconds back from the leader. If he pits, as Gavin Sanders and Nick Leo come to pit road with 11 to go, they're not going to make it on fuel. So just a quick top off for Sanders. Well, if you got to pit, you got to pit. But, I mean, you got to realize what the risk is if you pit for whatever position. As 21 leads off turn 3, down the long straightaway here. Julian Alton on pit road, Patrick Thompson, all these guys with 10 laps to go. I'm a little worried about these guys making it to the finish on fuel. I think if you pit at 9 to go or later, you're good to go to the finish. So Mccoon is in good shape, I think. Whitaker's in good shape. Lewis, McKinnon, Langston, Thompson. Actually not in good shape as he's on pit road right here with Julian. But that's also part of the strategy too. Is if you're fighting to be a lap down, you want to try to be. There's so many different ways. I mean, there's so many different strategies that. Oh my gosh! Like I said, we'd sit here for a whole day talking to you about everything. I mean, do you pit early and get tires to try to get back past the leader? Do you pit later, hoping that the leader's pit and you get your lap back, or stay ahead of the leader? There's so many strategies there, with risk on each end. Chris Lewis on pit road. The 51 is in of Kyle DeMig. Gavin Sanders back on pit road. Right here. True. And shut the engine off. There's a whole bunch of factors. But Gavin Sanders, not sure why he's on pit road here. That truck's not moving. Did I miss something with Sanders? Did he speed on exit? If he sped in the pits, that would end his race for a chance to win. And here we go, Mccoon and Whitaker coming to pit road. This might be the race for the win right here. And you saw the 21 overshot his pit stall just a little bit. I think that's going to be the difference here. I think you're going to see Whitaker go to the front. Left side tires going on. Yeah, they're going to leave at the same time. Look at that. Whitaker to the front. off of pit road. But right now, Tim Abrell still out there. He's going to have to pit probably in the next lap or two. Dan Marrera up to second right now. The first truck that has pitted is Nick Leo in the 4th position. This guy sounds like he's shutting his engine off. I think it's running still. Yeah, it's running right now. He's still going. Oh, he got a little tight, though, off the corner there. So Brett Rolls now leads. He's the last one that's going to pit here. He will probably come to pit road next time by. And it looks like Brett Rolls is going to come to pit road here. '17 on pit road. And that's going to hand the lead to Nick Leo, who is going to come right back to pit road now to top his fuel tank off. That hands the lead to Chris Lewis. Lewis pitted. At lap 31. So he might be good to go to the finish here. Got 3 seconds on Ryan Whitaker, who is right there. Julian Altina up to 3rd. Patrick Thompson to 4th. Jason Mccoon, your top 5 now. And again, another wild race from Pocono. As Thompson's going to go for 3rd now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this broadcast. This has been fun. Good racing, great strategies coming into play here. And this is only race number 3 of the season. They're going to go 3 wide down the widest straightaway in all of NASCAR, or iRacing. Oh, I thought there was going to be a hook there. 21, and Mccoon goes from 5th to 3rd. Without a bank. Lewis leading by 2.2 seconds. Last time by, only about 0.4 quicker. At that rate, he will not catch him. That's not camera. I'm still learning the onboard cameras. Looking out the rear mirror, or the left side mirror, that is Whitaker right there. .8 now. Down into the tunnel turn. Ooh, he misses the corner actually a little bit there. You want to be on the bottom in the tunnel turn. That's one of those corners, it's like Indianapolis, and it's shaped like Indianapolis. You do not get to that yellow line, your time gets killed. And you can see it. Look at Whitaker down to 1 second now into turn 3. There's Whitaker at the top of the screen. 3 laps to go. the Jaws music is playing. Here comes Cocoa Pebbles. Down the short stretch to turn 3. Now Lewis might be saving just a little bit of fuel. Now here's an interesting situation. The 121 right behind Whitaker is a teammate, but I believe Whitaker is also a member of the TI Racing team. So this is going to be interesting how this works out. As they come off of turn number 3, and they will see the white flag. Final lap from Pocono Raceway. Can Lewis hold off Whitaker? Lewis going to protect the bottom. That's what he needs to do at least. He's not trying to break the draft. Whitaker's there. Here it goes. There's the block. Crossover move from Whitaker right here. There it is. Lewis gets a little loose. Going to try to side draft him down to turn 3. He's cleared him, I believe he did. Whitaker with the lead. Lewis going to put the bumper to him, and it didn't work. Yabba dabba doo! Whitaker goes to victory lane at Pocono. Lewis tried all he could. He'll finish second. Mccoon third. Parker fourth. Oh, Lewis is dead. What a wild finish that was. He's sitting there, and he will light it up. So we'll take a look at the finishing order here. From the Pocono Raceway, as Whitaker runs out of fuel doing his burnouts. Nothing wrong with that. Get it out of the way now, right? As they say. Whitaker wins the thing over Chris Lewis, 0.6 of a second back. Jason Mccoon, Dylan Parker, and Jeremy McKinnon finish in the top 5. Patrick Thompson, 6. Good bounce back after he bounced into the sky last week. Jeff Langston, 7th. Tim Abrell, 8th. Dan Barrera 9th. Julian Altina falls back to the 10th position, but a top 10 for him, still not a bad job. Gary Godso 11th. Brett Rolls 12th. Nick Leo 13th position. Unfortunate break for him as his struggles continue. Jeffrey Spells 14th. Landon Durhold 15th. Brandon Alphin, Jacob Locklear, Matthew Telder finishing in the 18th position. 19th, Dalton Wilson. 20th, Anthony Kay. 21st, Kyle Dumig. 22nd, Gavin Sanders, who ended up not coming back on track after his issues, and Eric Tupper did not start the race. So if I was allowed to do this without copyright infringements, I would play the Flintstones entrance right now for Ryan Whitaker, but I can't. I would get in trouble for it. So let's go get Whitaker and bring him up here into victory lane as Fred Flintstone joins us, and somehow, I don't know how Pocono has done it, but we have Cocoa Pebbles falling out of the cannons right now onto victory lane, and I'd be lying if my mouth isn't trying to catch some as I'm talking. Ryan Whitaker, congratulations in last lap pass on Lewis to get yourself a victory, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I want to thank Dale's Pools, Cocoa Pebbles, Landon Chris, TI Racing, everyone that got me here. It was a big-time win. Felt a little bit like Jeremy Mayfield behind me there going into 3. Once again, how everyone wishes it would have went. The 3 car goes to victory lane, so we're all excited here.
Well, the interesting twist to that whole thing is as you say that, this comes to my mind. Lewis is a Ryan Blaney fan. Ryan Blaney drives the 12 car. Jeremy Mayfield drove the 12 car who hit the 3. It all comes together in full circle. But strategy-wise, what a great race.
I appreciate it. I got lucky with the first caution coming out. I was on pit road, decided to save some time and get my tires, kind of changed up my strategy mid-pit stop there, but it worked out for us.
Yeah, usually when you jump off the cliff like that and that kind of deal, that can kind of hurt you when it's all over with. But talk about how this feels to get this win. Looks like, according to my stats, first career win in the league.
It is. First career win. Pretty excited. I'm going to get a die cast. And can't thank the sponsors enough. Like I say, if you need a pool in the Lexington area, Dale's Pools is the place to go. If you need cereal in your bowl, Cocoa Pebbles is the way to go.
Which you can get at any store, not just in Lexington.
That is correct.
Not to mention
your pool with Cocoa Pebbles.
Dude, that's the ultimate tease.
If we go back to back, we will fill a pool with Cocoa Pebbles.
I want video of this.
We'll make it happen.
With milk.
Of course.
You got to have cereal with milk. Hey, and side note, too, I know Cocoa Pebbles, you got Fruity Pebbles, the twin sister of Cocoa Pebbles. I saw yesterday they have a candy bar out. Side note. Anyways.
It's very exciting. You can get it at Walmart, I know. I actually had one yesterday. My sponsor sent me a box. Very good candy bar. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. They know what they're doing.
Very good. Well, nice job, man, Mr. Whitaker. I know you got some shout-outs out, but you get some time for some more shout-outs, whoever you'd like to.
Like I say, TI Racing, couldn't be here without y'all. The rest of the boys and crew here, appreciate everybody racing clean, and appreciate the broadcast crew for doing what you do.
Well, the broadcast crew consists of one guy, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't have them on budget. We're like a starting part team here, one guy. So
that's all we need.
I appreciate it, man. Congratulations on your win. Go celebrate, sir.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, you too. Ryan Whitaker joining us. Good personality there. I like that. Let's get Chris Lewis up here. Chris Lewis, the man who cheers on Ryan Blaney when he runs in the Cup Series in number 12 car, but back in 2000 it was the 12 car who put the bumper to the 3 car and winning at Pocono. But Chris Lewis, you failed to put the bumper to the 3 tonight as he gets the win, but still a second place finish.
Yeah, it's a 1-2-3 for TI. First 1-2-3 podium ever for TI, so kind of disappointing. I had a whole nother lap of fuel, and not gonna lie, I didn't think I'd have it, so I could have won this thing, but I'm just glad that Ryan won it.
Yeah, a fantastic race when it was all over with, and you kind of, I don't want to say snuck your way up into this top 3, but I mean, you were there, but you were kind of looming. And talk about the strategy that got you the lead in that last pit stop.
I got lucky. I knew Leo had to pit, and I knew he wasn't going to make it. And me being in the team chat with Ryan and Jason, I knew they were taking tires, so I only took 2. And I knew I was going to get the lead. I thought I was going to be close on gas, realized I was going to be out of gas, so I started saving really hard, and that's what killed me, man. But it is what it is.
Well, you did a fantastic job tonight. Send shout-outs whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Dale's Pool. Great truck that I have out here. Beautiful truck. Globex Paints for doing it. TI Racing, all the guys. We practiced really hard this week for this, and Ryan and Landon, they all showed me a couple things, and glad to have Jason on the team now too. So beautiful run tonight.
Well, great job this evening, Chris, and great job on the finish. I think you sent shout-out. I just lost my mind for a quick second there. So if you didn't send shout-outs, do it now. If you did, then we move on.
Nope, I sure did. Just remember who started last and who came up second.
You did pull off the Kyle Busch move, but unfortunately Kyle Busch usually wins this race, not finish second. So just going to throw that out there to you. Nice job there, though, Chris. So we'll see you tomorrow night, bud.
Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. Chris Lewis, good guy there. He definitely a good guy. Let's get Lightning Mccoon. That is one of the cooler Discord names I've seen yet. Lightning Mccoon finishing in third, and he definitely had the Lightning going tonight. Leading a bunch of laps in this race, but unfortunately come out in third. What was the difference in that last stop there, Jason?
I did not slow down from my pit stall at all, and I slid through it a little bit. I did that once before, and the stop right before that when I beat Ryan out, I perfectly timed it, but then I messed up on my last stop.
How many more laps do you think you needed to get to the leader if you thought you could get to him?
Ooh, probably like 5 to 10 more. I don't know how hard Ryan was running, so I don't know his tire wear. But Chris was trying to turn him, so I was hoping that was
when one teammate wants the other two to wreck. Interesting strategy there. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just hoping because TI has not won in this series yet, and so I came over from Sutter Esports, and I have a win over there. And I was just hoping those two got into each other so I could add to that and still get the TI win.
Well, you almost pulled it off, but unfortunately you fall up a little short, though, not from a lack of effort. And we congratulate you on that and send shout-outs to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, guys, shout out TI, Dale's Pools. Very good business over there. I got to thank Pocono Raceway. Great track. I love this track. It's very fun, sweeping corners. And my family, and that's pretty much it.
There you go. Well, congratulations, and I'm looking forward to next week to see if Whitaker can win again. If so, he promised Cocoa Pebbles in a swimming pool. So I'm down with that all day. Nice job there, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
You too. Lightning Mccoon there finishing in the third position. That is Jason with the top three this evening. So good race on his part. So. All right, that is going to do it as Monday night quick broadcast. Getting them done with is a fantastic race as we only saw, the one caution early in this race, I believe. And we go from there. So great race. Now tomorrow night, the TI IndyCar Series, they will be at Long Beach over on the ocean. So if you really want to see some road course racing and some fun, make sure you come check that out. They'll go green shortly after 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. So it should be a very fun race. When it is all said and done. And Landon Durhold over here in chat calling it that he called the pre-race interview that Cocoa Pebbles would go to Victory Lane, and I have to give him a shout-out. Nice job on that prediction. So next week, these guys will be at Bristol under the lights on the asphalt. Should be a fun race. 100 laps next week under the lights at Bristol. Actually, 2 straight short tracks. 3 out of the next 4. Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond. Sandwiched in with Watkins Glen in the middle there. So should be a fun couple of weeks of racing as we head into the month of May here in the next couple of weeks. Again, going to be a great load of fun. So congratulations to Ryan Whitaker on the win. I am out. I will see you tomorrow night. And as always, we like to say and leave the broadcast with, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!
Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I gotta feel
strong.